Hey, what is going on, guys? It's Young here, and today I'm back in a Fortnite video. And today's video, I'm going to show you guys the best settings to use to abuse aim assist. I'm going to show you guys exactly which settings to look out for and the settings you guys should make adjustments to and change that is going to help you aim as good as possible. So if you feel like you're struggling with aim, or if you guys need some of the best settings to use, definitely stay to the end of the video because this video is going to help you guys out a lot. And real quick, before we get into the video, up on the screen I have the V-Buck giveaway winner of this week. I give away 2,000 V-Bucks every single Friday. So if you guys want to take part in the next giveaway and win some free V-Bucks, all you guys have to do is to drop a like on this video. Make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys do turn on post notifications so you guys get notified for every single new video and when I announce the winners. And lastly, leave a comment down below of either your Xbox gamer tag, your PSN gamer tag, or Epic account, and you guys will be automatically entered into the next giveaway. And lastly, make sure you guys do support me in the item shop. All you guys have to do is go down to the bottom right, click on support a creator, type in creator code YoungHumor, and you guys will have me added and supported as a creator in the item shop. And alright guys, let's get to the video. Alright, so like I said in this video, I'm going to show you guys the best aim assist settings to use. Now, obviously, everybody has a preference on their own sensitivity, whether they like high sensitivity, low sensitivity, or maybe like a middle ground or a medium. So I want to show you guys 3 things to look out for that is going to help you guys aim in the best way possible for the season, just finding the best sensitivity that you guys can use. But as I said, there's going to be 3 areas you want to focus on, and that's going to be aiming down sights from long range. It's going to be when it comes to shotgun aims and close range, and also it's going to be like a close range and hip fire type scenario. So I'm going to show you guys exactly what to change in your settings. And as well, I'm going to show you guys what I have on. So the first thing that you want to do is you really want to analyze your own gameplay. In the sense, you really want to figure out exactly what's causing you to miss shots, because it might not just be aim on everything. So for example, you might be really good at hitting long range shots, but you feel like you're struggling at close range and vice versa. So maybe you're hitting a ton of like flick shots with your shotgun, and you feel like long range you can't really seem to understand why you're missing shots. So you really want to analyze and figure out exactly which scenarios are costing you the game. If you're missing the close range shots, is it like SMG shots, mid range, long range? So you want to find exactly what's wrong. So all you have to do is maybe play a couple games and figure out exactly what's causing you to miss the most amount of shots, what areas that you need to focus on, and that's really what you want to first figure out. And so one common thing I see a lot of people do when they're trying to find the best sense is a lot of times maybe in game, one thing that you can maybe notice is going to be overcorrection. And overcorrection is what I'm showing you here, is when you try to go for a flick shot and you're overshooting the other player. And a really good simple fix to this is just going to be lowering your sensitivity by a couple points, because a lot of times if you're consistently, I'm not talking if you just like one time overcorrect, but if you feel like you're consistently overcorrecting on the other player, then what you want to do is lower your sensitivity, which is going to give you more control over your shot, which is going to help you guys out tremendously, and it's going to slow it down, and it's going to allow you to be way more consistent on your flick shots. So if you feel like you're overcorrecting on your flick shots, then you want to just lower your sensitivity a little bit. But if you feel like you're undercorrecting, so maybe you feel like you can't turn around fast enough, then you just want to raise your sensitivity by a couple points. All things considered, you only want to raise your sense or lower your sense by a couple points every time you change it, because if you make any big changes, it's going to be really bad on the muscle memory, and it's going to be very hard to get used to. And so the second range that you guys want to look at, so the first one, as I showed you, is overcorrecting and then undercorrecting with the shotgun. That could really determine your X and Y sensitivity. And a second situation you want to look at, and this happens all the time, and that is going to be with your SMG. So you're at it's not mid-range, you're basically close range with the SMG. It's from the distance I'm at now towards the AI that I'm standing to. At this range, sometimes it could be really, even for myself, hard to track the other players, because if you're in a box and you're on the back side and they're on the front side, and you're trying to just have enough control to line up your shot with your SMG, it can be pretty difficult. So the best solution, in my opinion, the first thing I would do is, if you really like the sensitivity that you have, is I would put on a little bit of a look damping time, maybe put on like a 0.05, 0.06, or 0.07. You can have, I would say the highest you want to go is like a 0.12. Anywhere in that range is going to be good. I would just try out having a little bit of a look damping time, and that for me personally really helped me out a ton from this range, specifically when it came to the SMG at the range I just showed you. Just putting a little bit of a look damping time really gave me a boost in accuracy from that range. So that is why I do use look damping time. And if you guys don't know what that setting is, it kind of like is an extra dead zone. Kind of hard to explain, but from this range specifically, it helps me out quite a bit. I'm able to hit way more shots and be way more accurate on the other player. It's not perfect, but it really made a huge difference on my aim. So the first two things you wanted to look at, and the first one being was overcorrecting and undercorrecting with the shotgun, and the second one was going to be being able to track with your SMG from sort of the range that I showed you, not necessarily right, your point blank stuffing them in the face, because that's really easy to hit shots with, but maybe just say a box length away, being able to track other players with your SMG from that range is going to be essential, and you maybe want to change your sensitivity or maybe just add a little bit of a look damping time to your sense that might give you a little bit boost from that aim. And so the third thing you guys want to look at is going to be your long range shots. Now there's two ways you can go about this and that I would recommend. And so the first two things you really need to look at when it comes to long range shots is going to be tracking when you're going left to right, and also tracking going up and down. So when it comes to tracking left and right, so your X sensitivity for aiming down sights, this is going to be crucial when you're aiming from long ranges like I'm at. You want to have a low enough sensitivity, especially if you play on linear, to be able to move between players and just line up your shots, because if you play on too high of an ADS sensitivity, you're not even going to be able to line up your shots at all. So you want to have a little bit lower X sensitivity so you can track players from range. But the reason why I have 11 ADS sensitivity for my Y sense is because when people launch pad in the game or they're jumping up and down, it can be very difficult to track them if you have a low sensitivity. So you want to have a low one when it comes to looking left to right. That way you can line up your shots from range, but you want to have a little bit higher up and down sensitivity. And this is obviously just a preference, you don't have to, but I really like having a little bit higher up and down sensitivity. That way, if someone pops a launch pad, if someone uses the shockwave grenade launcher or whatever the case may be, and they're moving up and down really fast, then you're able to track the other player without having to come out of your sights, so you have a high enough sensitivity to look down. So that's why I play on the sensitivity that I do for my aiming down sights, because it allows me to track players very easily going left to right, so from long ranges. And then I have an 11% up and down sensitivity, which helps me out a ton if someone pops a launch pad and I have to look up and down while aiming down my sights very quickly. And also look damping time could really give you a boost as well. You just want to find out exactly what works best for you, but I play in like a 0.05 to 0.07, something in that range. And then of course the bottom settings, you want to have foot controller setting off. It has input delay, so you do not want to have this setting on. And as far as my dead zones, I play in 11% and 10%. You always want to play in the lowest dead zones you possibly can without having any crazy or major stick drift. So those are the settings that I have, and those are the three areas specifically that you want to look out for when it comes to choosing the best sensitivity for you, because as I mentioned at the beginning, everybody has their preference with sensitivity. But if you're the player to overcorrect or undercorrect, then you either want to raise your sensitivity or lower your sensitivity from that range. You also want to make sure you're very efficient from that SMG range. So if you're about a box length away from another player, a couple feet back with your SMG, then you want to be able to hit other players very easily and have no problems tracking from that distance. And to do that, you can either lower your sensitivity a little bit to have more control, or you can add a look damping time, which I highly recommend if you're missing shots. If you feel like you're very efficient at that range with the sensitivity that you have, then I really wouldn't recommend putting on look damping time. But if you feel like you're struggling from that range, I definitely would. And then the last one is going to be with your assault rifle aiming down your sights. You want to make sure you're able to track players and be very accurate from range when you're looking left to right. But at the same time, you do want to consider if you have too low of a sensitivity, if someone uses a launch pad or someone maybe just jumps up on your screen from medium distance, you're not going to be able to look up fast enough. So you maybe want to have just a slightly higher vertical sensitivity. But as I said, it is a personal preference on exactly what you think works best. But those are the settings or the situations that I want to look out for. Those are the three main ones that you really want to look at when you're determining the sensitivity for you. But with that being said, that's wrap it up for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope this video helped you guys out. And if you guys could, make sure you guys do drop a like on this video. Make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel if this is your first time watching. And as well, make sure you guys do turn on post notifications so you guys get notified for every single new video. And as well, if you guys are new and don't know yet, I do stream every single day here on this channel at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you guys definitely come by my live streams if you guys haven't already. Yesterday, I found out a really good strategy, and I think I won about 8 or 9 games on stream. I was just going in, winning game after game. So definitely come by my live streams. They're a ton of fun, and this new strategy that I'm using is really, really good, and I'm just winning game after game. So definitely come by my live streams, 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on this channel. But with that being said, I appreciate you guys watching the video, and alright guys, I will see you next video.